Hey all, this is Xenosis. Finally back with a recording session. There's still some Megabonk videos I have left to upload. There's two that are still from an old recording, which is when I did the record with Diced, or like during the same day that I did the record with Diced, like that I played before. And then I did a new recording where I tried with, I think it was with Mega Shed and another character. Anyway, this is Versebound. It is a bit similar to Vampire Survivors. Sadly, you cannot control it with the D-pad. I'm trying to make this character work. However, I shouldn't really stick with this character because this character has very, very little hair. I am going to put it into experience gain though. I'm also going to change on this character here, what he has here, because I went with those instead, and I'm gonna change it up here. So you can only put 5 points into that. 5 points into that. It does that again with the whole thing. Yeah, you can go all 5 there. The skill cooldown is actually very good. So the skill is bounce triangle. You have different skills. And I don't think that the character can change their skill level. I definitely hope they will add more characters. Stuff that so far I think there's 3 characters, maybe 4. Skill cooldown is of course like these characters camp around. And here's the thing, like the jumping around is actually very, very good. So we're gonna put 5 points into that so we get a 30% skill cooldown. At this area though, you can use jump around and stuff that like as much as you want. Normally it has a cooldown though and stuff that, and you can strengthen this as well. And stuff that, which is very, very nice. We are pretty slow otherwise and stuff that, and here you can learn about the enemies. So that like the enemies you have unlocked so far. I am guessing all the other enemies here are on the other stage, basically, pretty much, unless there's a way to spawn them on the first stage, which I don't think there is. And yeah, we need to defeat the final boss. I got into it a couple of times. We're actually not gonna do more boss spawn. That we're just gonna do, or enemies on top players. We shouldn't do that because that doesn't allow you to get these, because the white currents count as being berries, of course, obviously, because white currents are berries, so we're going to go with that. We are not going to go with that, even though it is possible to survive, but those mushrooms, some of the mushrooms are really, really bad. So we're only going to go with the boss thing here. We enter the forest. Now after about, I think it's 12-ish minutes, that's when you black fight the boss. Stuff that now it's actually very, very beneficial to start with 2 bosses. One thing to also remember is that the game puts down the rune stones randomly, like what rune is on the rune stone and stuff that. And you know, the thing is though that you need to learn what the rune mean, so you know what it is, because the same rune gives you the same thing all the time. I'm gonna take this because this is pickup range. I'm pretty certain 100%. It says pickup range. Yeah. Increase pickup and interaction range. Your weapons will also do 5% more damage. There are certain things though, by the way, that we can get the Ryloff already. That's very good. The Ryloff helps a lot, of course, obviously, and stuff that. Okay. I love Mother Zero actually, because the effect of that actually becomes very, very good eventually. Stuff that let's take Ryloff here. The thing is though that the passives are something you really, really want to invest in and stuff that, like if you ignore getting the passives for too long, not right now. Reroll. Yes. Come on, push. It's very good if we can push it all the way here or here already, because there are certain things, certain tasks that becomes harder to complete. Now these tasks that you complete are the ones that upgrade your major skills. I know that bear trap is really, really good, but I'm gonna go with that instead. The flies also, or not the fly, but the mosquitoes are also pretty good. Stuff that you definitely want to grab the mosquito, because the mosquito can attack via range. Yeah, to cool down on that, because that reminds me of the axe. Kinda, you know, the rye bread is obviously the Bible, I haven't seen anything that have been like comparable to garlic yet. This is gonna be a weapon. This the knockback thing and the damage. Yeah, strong knockback. But the passives are what can really give you a lot of weapon damage. So it's very important. So don't just go in all in on the weapon upgrade. And read what the weapon upgrades do, because not all levels do the same thing. We actually want to kill this guy pretty quickly. Actually, let's grab this. We hope we can get it here in time here. We can try and block it with statue. That is something that they cannot go. A lot of enemies have to respect that, yeah. Your attacks now have a reduced cooldown time. Your weapon also deals 1% more damage. Certain of them, the passive, like increased weapon damage, certain ones give you way less and stuff like that, but yeah. Because it's obviously right that the weapon cooldown is really good. The weapon cooldown, boom. The weapon cooldown is very important to almost take whenever it shows up, because it's just gonna make the weapon more often. You want to also try not to wait too long with getting certain charges weapons here. Let's go with the knife here. And we don't go with sass. Get us a final weapon. That's the thing that upgrades into a queen bee. A bee. Stuff that, you know. So yeah, this game gets, of course, pretty damn hard, and so I think this is the lifesteal. It is the lifesteal. There is also a health region one that can be really good if you take. At one point I thought that, oh, you're meant to go after the colors here, because as you can see, everything is color coded. So I always thought that, oh, his starting weapon is what colors you should try and go for. But it's basically impossible so far to try and go with one color. And the funny thing is, when the weapon gets upgraded into their stronger form, by the way, you need a certain material that requires you to actually defeat bosses and stuff like that, meaning that it becomes a bit similar to Vampire Survivors and stuff like that, right? The fact that you need like certain weapons level up. Heal per kill is nice, but weapon cooldown. Yeah, there was nothing else there. I couldn't go further north there, but yeah. It was a bit of a waste to take that there. Now, eventually, once everything is maxed out, all the passives and all the weapons, then you can get barriers that you can heal with, but you also get there's a lot of weapon cooldown again. I think that's the second highest there. The funny thing is that at level 5, everything, like weapons, the passives, they get a special effect at the max level. Yes, only like 5 levels on each weapon is interesting and stuff like that, right? I definitely think they should change it. The blue one is interesting. It lets you attack super fast for a while, and it also works as a magnet at the same time. Let's go with Relief here. And weapon cooldown, the final one. I want to check what the final one did there. Yeah, we need to actually not die here. Please. Get away, please. I know that there were a healing that we want to actually try and get away here, if possible here. I don't think you can go to here now. No, you cannot. Yeah, it looks like you could. Yeah, don't face that yet. We're going to try and create a distance here and go the way around here instead. There's also going to be a pot that you can use eventually as well. It's a bit weird that why aren't they dropping more of that stuff for like upgrading weapons, because that seems like really weird. It feels like one of the bosses should have already given us that and stuff there, but yeah. But maybe you would actually want to keep the boss alive. Maybe it's only happens after a certain minute. What is the correct account here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can have 6 weapons and 6 passives. Alright, I think that there will probably be a way to increase it as well, maybe with something else. Yeah. Imbued by this poem, your attacks now spawn more packets. Doesn't affect imbued weapons though. But you know, it's a bit weird, you know, like okay, like so that when you upgrade weapons to the next level, then But when you like upgrade them into like their evolved form, basically, then there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can see there. I am gonna be careful though and check what. Oh, there's the moose. And we get the fox. Yeah, this is pretty bad. We have some healing up here, I think. Maybe. I know where there is just a magnet that we could try and reach to. There's a lingonberry. Nice healing. I think we can kill the moose actually here. I need to be aware of the balls. That's what she said. Be aware of the balls! No! Aha, jump! Aha! I run away, then we run back in. Hold on. DPS, come on. XP. More jobons, level 5 jobons. Blah. Yes, oh my god, projectiles. Can you stop chasing us for a while, please? Yeah, this is a bit risky. I'm not gonna jump yet unless I really have to. I don't think it can come from another angle else. Nice, since I'm shooting, nice. Yeah, this is no, don't go that way, that's way too risky. Yeah, projectiles good. The projectiles, by the way, will be a huge deal here, hopefully. We're gonna jump like this. You know, if we had full health, I would definitely go in. Harpoon. Yeah, we really need a weapon upgrade at this point, because otherwise we're gonna get screwed, kinda. There is another boss spawning, I think. Projectiles again. Ooh, purple. Yeah, need the intensifies also. What happened to the other boss there? Maybe we did kill it passively and stuff that. Yeah, because that's a huge weapon damage upgrade. We're on that 14.5% weapon damage. That's actually really bad at this point, which is why we're struggling here. I definitely want to get away from that though. Yeah, throw it up back there. The knockback is huge actually with the shield like weapon here, with the one that is like the Bible. Get the barriers here. Good. We're just going on the fox here maybe. Weapon knockback again. I'm gonna try and stay here with the range. There we go, that's good. That's a one weapon upgrade there. Oh yeah, get away from Misty Girl. Get away from the Misty Girl. Loaves, more loaves. Okay, and I know which one I want to upgrade. This is that because I already know what some of them upgrades are. I don't know every one of them yet though. Stuff that, but yeah, we're going up here first though and do this. I know that we have the cauldron left to do and we have the get the butterflies also as well. Right, and we can either get the shield or this. I don't know what this is yet. I don't think. No, this the flower one. Yeah, this is actually really good. Because it kind of works like a shield, where it kind of boomerangs in and out. I bet it's actually really good. Right, this. Yeah, the shampoo thing here. Staying close to this here because this is where projectiles do we have. No, we still need one more. Oh no. Okay, this is getting pretty intense now. Knife. The knife actually upgrades into a sword, which is really swag once you get it. Okay. And we upgraded this. We upgraded the rye bread. The rye bread is actually very good upgraded. First is of all. And go with the knife so we can get the sword. Go with the weapon knockback here. And now we have 20% weapon damage here. On level 30 we cannot need around level 60ish or so. Stuff that, and that might feel a little bit hopeless here. Yeah, get that. We need the damage basically. I will get fired, damn it. Jump. Oh, I'm dead. Heal per kill, please. I just did that to create space there. I just kinda went stationary where we jumped. This is really bad. Jump over here because we can get to this weapon knockback. Number 5 there. Good. But certain passes are of course way better with giving you the weapon damage and stuff, so keep that in mind. Kind of want to go away from there though because we need to get the final shrine there. Get a Sasket there. Yeah, get the Sasket again here. Alright, and it's the health regen here, which is actually going to be a very, very useful effect here. Yeah. So now we're at 30.5% here. Cool down on weapon here. I think this is where the magnet is though. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to do the cauldron here in time. There's no way we'll do it in just 1 minute of it. Because I think the timer is higher than that. So where's the path to set up here? I don't remember where the path is. Special one. There's like a path off to the side somewhere that actually takes you to a very, very good place, by the way. Harpoon. That's going to be really bad if we're not getting enough XP here. Yeah, and I don't think this is the place. Where is it? No, it's not this place. There's interval. I have some sophisticated moves here. The worst thing is sometimes you're not at full health even when the boss spawns here. Yeah, we're pretty bad. It's only level 39. That's way too low there. You can still gain like levels against the boss, so that you can still gain levels and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, I know we're gonna die there. I usually do way better in that fight, but yeah, I don't think we got a single one though. No. Well, aren't we getting white currents anymore? It definitely feels like why do they stop dropping? Because I don't have the thing on and stuff like that, so white currents should still be able to drop. Like, why is the game sustaining you with the white currents? You know, it's a question, you know. So this guy definitely seems to be slightly faster. So 2.95, 2.6. Okay, so this guy's definitely a bit faster. The main problem is though that this guy has 20 out there, as you can see. So that he has 100% experience gain. I only have 85% experience gain. So that, but I move faster. I do more crit. The weapon damage is 100%. What is his weapon damage? 10%. Okay, so yeah, okay. Ah, no, damn it. Did not want to do that. check here again. There's nothing there. Yeah, because you actually need to kill the stuff here. Now, I don't know, for example, if having this on means that something else will spawn. I know that you have to deal with a very, very annoying thing, though. Yeah, 5 minutes. Like, he's the one that talks about it, but I made it to that thing several times. Another thing is, of course, that we could hope that the statues are used the good statues, because I haven't figured out yet what gives you the strongest weapon upgrades. And I don't know technically if the synergy things is technically true or not, because this is a green one, the bow, for example. So that should mean that we should go with green. But then I'm thinking about, oh, what if there's actually color mixing and stuff that, right? What if that is a thing, and stuff that oh, if we take these colors, then that's going to be really, really good, And we should actually do this early here with this guy, because then it's way easier to do this early here. Generally speaking, at least. Because you need to survive long enough here. And it looks like really easy now, but if you're overwhelmed with enemies, it can become really hard unless you have the damage. And eventually it stops, and then it splits up like this. Right. And we get the cooldown on bow here. And now we basically fight 2 projectiles, and then this upgrades our dash. That is for longer distance, and the cooldown is also reduced. Okay, so that's a blue one. That's actually very, very important to take on this guy, because this is the shield one, the one that reduces the damage taken, right? Yes. And it's only like 1% less damage taken, but yeah, it still isn't enough. And you can get damage taken. 12% damage reduction is pretty nice. It's not going to increase weapon damage by a lot, but alright, greens are very, very good. Now, sadly, there aren't that many I don't think there's any other green weapon that I've come across so far. But yeah, so there's the green one. Okay. There's the moose. Big old moose guy. Yes. I think it's okay. Interesting. I mean, the main problem is that you kinda need to aim with this. Like, it's not that smart as you might think. And stuff that with how it aims certain weapons, stuff that. No, so let's get this green as well. Get that. And actually, this is another defensive. Let's actually get the blues and greens specifically here. Come on. Damn it, it's way too risky here. Yeah, we're dead. Nope. We could try and reach the healing here. I'm mistaken. No, we're not going to go for that. We need another weapon, basically, that's the main problem. Yeah, the flies are doing damage, like passively and stuff, but it's not a lot of damage so far. Oh, damn. Here's a mount. Here's makes the boss so much better, man. Yo. Immune. Oh. I'm mistaken, yeah, go for the damage reduction actually. Increase max HP, okay, good. The eye is interesting. The eye, one of them is XP, I know one of them is like passively like a lot of XP and stuff that. You get to level 5. Okay. So we're at 10% damage still. South is really hard to hit with, but that's a blue one though. Stuff that we're going with greens and blues, so you know. And I don't know if it actually does something and stuff that. Now the thing is, you're throwing the bear seems like pretty bad, but actually the upgraded form of this is actually very, very good. Yeah, we just need to get way better weapons. Oh! Yeah, the lifesteal one. This is another green one, that's good. Hey, please. Almost die for that one. Get this. Nice. Yeah, I know what that one is though. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. I want to check what's down here first actually. Because yeah, sometimes you have to think about, okay, like, because I know that projectile count would be really, really helpful for this, like especially with the bow. Okay, that's the cooldown reduction. The cooldown reduction is actually good because the cooldown reduction even helps the evolved weapons. So that. We really need something better, I feel like. But there's speed also. I actually really want to get that though, by the way. It's very, very lucky that this is very open here. Pints. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we can get both of these here. Oh, please. It's still too much, like, my weapons are really bad so far. Except that, and yeah, we don't have enough weapons. Normally I don't take the hammer very often, but it's a blue one. So 2 greens, 2 blues. And then basically I'm going for yellows here. I don't know if we have seen yellow weapons yet or not. Oh. That's lucky. That could have been a dead end, and that would have been really bad if that would have been the case. So 100% weapon damage. Man, if we got a weapon upgraded, that would be really helpful. Get hammers. One, two, three, 4 weapons. And the music is absolutely blasting in this game. Stop! The main problem is that the bow is not very good. I don't want to rely on that though. More bow, more hammers. It's the purple ones that have the really like strong, like the weapon damage effect and stuff that on them. You know. And there's the red one as well. What's that? Come on, get lingonberries. Yeah. They're actually too fast. You are not worth. We did not get a single blackcurrant either. So let's restart. We didn't kill a single boss there, I don't think we did actually. Can we get lucky? Alright, pink. The book is one of the XP ones, or 2 XP ones actually, that do similar things. Gain more experience for mobs specifically, and weapon damage you get 3% used on that. Those are the ones that only like give you 1% the first time you take it, you know, stuff that. There's the max health. That's max health. No, health regen. It's actually very useful. Let's actually go for knife. Yeah, that just adds 1% damage though. Be a trap. Maybe we make him a hunter, kinda. You know. Ooh, red one. It's the one that gives you a lot of weapon damage because it's the knockback. Again, right? Yeah. Because that gives you 3%. But I know that there's one that gives you like an insane amount, and I forgot exactly which one it was. The XP is actually more important at this point, yeah. 10% weapon damage. XP from orbs again. It's just that if you add that like very quickly and you get lucky with that, then you can use snowball your levels and stuff that, and that also makes it so that when the similar thing to the magnet drops, then that's going to be really good. XP from orbs again. 16% weapon damage with that. The attract orb, basically, kinda. Please give me it. Yes. That gives you 5% weapon damage though with the pickup range thing. Or does it mean that the effect gets stronger if you have several of the same color? Is the question. Yeah, let's get the Ryloaf. No. Do not pick up the shield. No, that's really risky to do. It might become easier. We want this though, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. XP from orbs again. Yeah, that's also 3% damage, which is really good. The fast movement is also very useful. Because sometimes the enemies will just catch you and then it's all over. Another yellow though. That's the weapon cooldown though. Oh. Deadly jawbone. Knife of Clerical. Pickup range. And I think we want the slow one also here. That's the next thing we want. Yeah. And I know, does the archer you suck, or do you just need to get the correct things with the archer and stuff that, like, do you just need to get the correct weapon early on? that might just be the case that you just need to get the correct weapon early on. Oh, and then you get this. Actually, let's come out of there actually. I'm gonna try that. Okay, so this is. Your weapons will also deal less damage actually. But it's still positive, I think. Because of the fact that this guy has higher than normal damage, I think. Yeah, it's crazy, right? So now we have 2 projectiles on the bow, which normally you won't have. Right, and get the rail off. Maybe just go with a bunch of purples, because that counts as being purple, the one that looks like pink. So that's it, also purple, okay, good. And then we'll go with this harpoon as well. So maybe there are enough purples to actually do a purple build. So this should be a purple then as well. And this is one of the extra ones. Yeah, and then we would need to have the pickup range be another one. Here's that we can do this actually here. Also the shield. Yeah, so we have triple purples there. 1, 2, 3, 4, so we almost have all weapons. They're only level 1 though, and stuff that. That's a blue one there though, so we don't need that. Right off. I'm not gonna pick it up yet though, depending on, you know. I'm going to try and focus on the other weapons and on the passives so far. Okay. Get this guy? Gotta call him, yeah. Volunteers. We could go actually with 1 green here actually. I won't get that. Mistake. They will lead you to shrines, by the way. I don't know if it technically leads to the shrine that they recommend that you take. Whatever. That's another blue one though. No, don't take that. There should be pushy stone. Come on, man. Oh, he can just go right through the stone. That's bad. Oh, he did so much damage though. Yeah, I forgot that that character is pretty weak. Maybe we should just spawn less bosses actually. But it seems so weird, right, that this guy has only gotten 1 berry, and I don't know why. There's a few berries. Just that I have no idea. Like, is it some sort of like bug that happens? You know, maybe it is. But then I don't think, for example, like if he sets it to 0, for example, like if I do this, for example, and then select OK, I don't think that just will give him a bunch to spend. You can see that doesn't change anything. It's a skill. Yeah. that guy was still talking about that. You cannot pet the dog with this character, by the way. Seemingly, with the other guy. And that's where to get the mosquitoes. So that, and you need to get like the water, and then you put this in the barrel and stuff that in order to make the brew. I'm pretty certain that it would be the next character that will actually fish or something like that, you know. I thought that you could interact with this fireplace also at one point. So that, but yeah. Let's go. So there will be another level. So that I mentioned as well. Nope, he doesn't do something dumb now. Let me see. I need to check because I've been cleaning out one of my where I store things. So that's now I only have the good books here, like I have the different guide books. I have the retro magazines with like PlayStation. There's a PlayStation 1, there's a Sega one, there's one Super Nintendo one, there's an S1. So that and then I kept a regular number of level that had like one Super Metroid in it. And then I also kept another one that has like the Super Nintendo thing. I should actually move this guidebook here and put this here instead. Because it might take a lot of Super Nintendo here. So that then I probably should have kept more of those gaming magazines and stuff that. Like, and I'll probably move one of the boxes into my room. And stuff that, like, there's a lot more stuff that I need to be doing and stuff that, because it's only basically these plastic things here. I want to be able to move as much stuff as possible into this place here. And so that I also have put some like DVDs in here and stuff that, like a lot of the DVDs that are technically mine and stuff that are like DVDs that I like to watch. But then I have like a lot of Blu-rays and stuff that you might be, oh, you just put the Blu-rays in that. Or I can put the Blu-rays somewhere else and stuff that, because now I'm freeing up spaces in a lot of other places and stuff that, and you know, that would be good. And you know, and it's easier to move over the Blu-rays to another thing. But yeah, but maybe you don't go for the quantity thing because that reduces damage. So you're at 0% weapon damage, yeah, so that was definitely negative weapon damage that you did get. It's to the left of this, right? Yeah. Just the pickup range. Yes. The pickup range can actually be a big deal, by the way, because, you know, because that's 5% damage actually from that. Your bone, okay. Okay. I don't know, maybe it's that when during a challenge run that you cannot get more white currents. But I don't know what has happened, like if there's something, you know, like, you know, there's the damage reduction. I'm thinking about that actually. Yeah. Ooh. Harpoon actually. Because we need more like stuff, like when they get close. So let's farm here for a while. Like farming is good sometimes. I think we get this. Because that slow effect from that is actually very good. Then we get that because that's 5% more weapon damage with that. So maybe we just go for a bunch of different damage things actually and stuff that, you know. That guy is way too fast. That's 5% more weapon damage than that. 5% weapon damage, by the way, is pretty huge. And you can see there that the ice trail there is actually very good. It's slowing him down. I don't want to heal yet, by the way. We're gonna fail this statue here. Oh, that's the weapon knockback actually. The weapon knockback is actually very good. Let's get that. Get the roll. Get the hammer actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we want to be a trap as well. Yeah, want to be a trap. I thought about taking the knife actually because the knife becomes the sword. The sword is actually very good. But yeah, that's also 3% damage from that. So we have purple and red. I definitely want to get more purples if possible. So that, I think one of them has like a stun effect, by the way. One of the weapons has a like really good stun that can really save you. That's the health regen. Yes. Even though that's just a 1% damage increase, you can see why it's very important that there's the bigger trap. Now we have all the weapons, and most of them are level 1, 2 are level 2s. And there's one passive that's level 3. That's the immunity. And that's 1% weapon damage in that. It lasted a bit longer than I thought it would. Yo, that's the weapon cooldown effect, which is actually good. For us, if we can get this here. Even though it's only 1%, but also 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, your bones. It's your bones that gives you the stun. We should actually try and kill this. That's 5% more damage, so now we're at 30% already. At level 13. With only 4 minutes kinda in the run. We should be able to kill this fairly quickly, if we're careful. Damn it. Yeah, that's fine. Not enough for a threat there. It's the horse head that causes the fear, by the way. Because this guy is scary. I really want to kill him though. Here we go, that's our weapon upgrade thing. The thing, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we should go for that so we can. That's the projectile count. Actually, the projectile count can save us. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the one that reduces our damage by a little bit here. So we go from 30% to 58.5. It's not that much worse actually, which is worth it at this point because of more projectiles. And when you combine this with the other effect, like with the other passive effect here, which is the hair thing, then like yeah, it's a really good combination. When it's the eye. Yes. That is also one of the XP things. I passively gain experience. passively gain XP is like way better than you might think. At the first level it's not that great, by the way. Experience gain per second there. It's a lot of damage though. We want weapon cooldown though. Okay, where is the boss? That's the jawbones. Did we go for the weapon upgrade yet? Yes, because we already have all of those. Okay, good. I actually want to kill the moose though, really bad. Because if we can kill the moose... right, we go for the harpoon here. Come on, get the moose. Get the moose! Shardius. Projectile count. Okay, that's good. More projectiles. So we're at 29.5% damage. Harpoon. I forgot what the harpoon becomes at max. Most of that. I definitely want to try and get the harpoon though. So that max load there. So I don't think that I have the harpoon yet. So let's get the harpoon first, because otherwise we have to take the jawbone again. The jawbone is bad, but I'd rather not. Reroll. Damn it. Cooldown on bear trap. Yeah, we actually just go for the ones that we don't know what they are yet. So that. Because then I would go for the. I know what the bow is. I know what Park Job is. I don't know what the harpoon is. I know what Monastery is. I don't think I know what the hammer or the bear trap is. We need a harpoon though. So I'm going to try to roll aggressively for. There we go. Time. Harpoon time becomes what? Yo, Trident. I think I've seen this Trident about it. Just a Trident towards strongest enemies. It's on tip always critical strike and cost a shot though. With a third hit on the tip of creatures for your vertex. The king of all the waters. Yeah, so this is a yellow weapon. Yes. It becomes yellow now. And now all of us started smacking. Okay, good. Experience gain, the passive one. Then it does that, yeah, it does the vortex effect. Right, then we go for the projectile here. Because it affects the other weapons, because you cannot have all weapons upgraded at the same time, not yet anyway. That's why it will still be useful, the projectile count there. Gonna upgrade weapon damage. We only have level 1 on our skill though, so that we could definitely try and go for the other ones, but I want to camp near here so we can get the weapon immediately once we kill another boss. Or we hope that the boss drops the thing. Very good. Okay. The recording session is almost ending soon. Yo. Okay, good. There's another boss down. There's another fully upgraded thing. So we only have the pack jawbone so far. Is the other thing. Meaning we should hold back. Stuff that. So bear trap was one other thing, and hammers also. So we get the bear trap. So let's try and focus on getting the bear trap actually. And stuff that. Yeah, because we cannot upgrade the passes by the way. So we need to get the bear trap up, and then we need to get the hammer up. Yeah. Reroll. Bear trap. Yes. Yo, let's go! Bang now, blasting bear trap, nice. Yo, upgrading bear trap. Please save us, Mr. Bear Trap. Go. That's bear trap, and it upgrades into what? Runestone, huh? Please powerful runes, okay. Yo, that's another healing item though. Yeah, it attacks like extremely quick actually. Let's go for the hammer. Because the hammer would be the next thing we would want with level 30 also. That's at the 2.5% damage. Last I think has been something like 60% damage or whatever. Experience, yeah, I get the passive experience there because now we're getting a little bit more damage with that. Okay. Hammers. Reroll. Hammer. We used having the level 1 version of the weapon isn't particularly good. As that, you know. Not good at all, really. Reroll. Get that. Level 34. I'll take that because that's level 5 now. And we're at 41.5. Okay, kill the 5 foxes. Trying to stay close here. Okay. We need to dash through there. Instead. This gets very scary though. Because we have no way out. We do have a way out, but it's so hard to see here. We're pretty much dead at this point. Yeah. There's nothing we can do because we got blocked on the path there. Yo, we found some white current though. That's actually good because that would be an upgrade for us. I mean, we did get one. So more experience gain. And I will see you all in part 2. And stuff like that, you know. So I'm gonna record it right now. 30 seconds. Few more seconds. 1.